Hey guys, this is just going to be kind of like a speed round of how I set up my development. I always go for text and I switch this to the name of my program. So in this case, I just came up with a random program name, Brexa. Then I'm going to change the start position to center of the screen. Notice that I have everything alphabetically aligned. I'm going to make it so it's false, show icon. That makes the icon go away. Then I just kind of continue going up, looking around at the different options, make sure I'm not missing anything. I like to change the border style to a fixed dialog. The forecolor, I like to be a brighter color like white. And the font, I like to set to Verdana, size 12. And I also like the back color to be darker so that way the white forecolor sticks out. So you could maybe make it black if you really wanted. I personally prefer to go with that dark gray. So from here we're going to create a button. So just drag the button over if you want. And I am going to change the forecolor on this so that it is black. That way it sticks out against the background of the text box. So now we are going to switch the text within the button, and let's just make it so it shows who am I, right? So we'll just do a who am I button, and that button will be right here. Ideally, what we want is when we click it, we want the who am I command to go off. And I'll show you what that looks like. So here is who am I. We're just going to run that, and it's going to show us the name of the desktop and then the name of the user right there. So that's our local machine name, and this is the user. Now, searching how to automate this in visualbasic.net is not difficult. All one simply has to do is search up vb.net, get command prompt results. So we're going to click the top result, and this user has quite some success. So we will copy this and double click this, paste it in, and we should be able to switch this to a message box. And I am going to call cmd.exe with some arguments. The arguments I'm going to use are C, who am I? And let's just go ahead and debug this. And in debugging it, we'll see what happens. Hey, look at that. It actually worked. That's kind of cool, huh? There we go. So then keep in mind, if there's an error, this shows you how to potentially resolve the error. No, not resolve the error, but gather what it is. This is kind of like a cheating method. This is, I don't know if I would consider this a proper approach, where this I would say probably is more of an appropriate approach to development. This is like cheating on an exam right here. This is not the... it's not the proper programming way to do it. Like this seems like the right way. This user also seems to have found a way they like to do it. But again, personally, I don't think this is the right way. I do like, though, how they broke apart the read to end, and they've split things up by the VBLF character. So VBLF, I believe, is like a return character. So they split it up by that and take the data out, which is quite a smart idea. Anyway, what you could do if you got a little bit more advanced in here with this and playing around with it is you could potentially create a list box. And inside this list box, then one could potentially list out all of the open ports on a machine, and it could just show like all the connections. There's quite a bit that you can do, and keep in mind too that if you develop a dependency on something, then of course you need that installed or downloaded. And that's fine if you do. So for example, something that comes to mind is we could just simply have this button here. You click it, it does a scan, and then it scans for any open ports on whichever machines you provide in the list, or you could put in a range. This program could technically, I believe, call to nmap or another scanner and pull the results back and display it in a nice cute little list box. So keep in mind that you don't have to necessarily be the best programmer in the world to make really cool programs. You just need to use the right libraries and use the right tools and just use everything that you can to your benefit, and you can make some really cool software.